shit's in the safe. Got me a spot out the way. Nigga just tryna be safe.
Let's get to sports talk.
Right now about Ricky Rubio. Rubio talks to Paolo Uggetti about all sorts of things, from what it was like to win MVP of the FIBA World Cup last month, to the time he once went down to the lumber store to try to build a nightstand from scratch off a design he found while browsing Pinterest, which is amazing. But as I was reading the story, I couldn't help thinking of how Rubio's Spanish team came into the World Cup, thinking they could best a field that was heavily favored toward the Americans and the Serbians and even the French. And it made me wonder how many NBA teams are coming into this season the same way. Think about it. For the past 5 years, we've only had 2 or 3 teams who, if you gave them true serum, would tell you they thought they could really win the title. Now, I mean, my God, I think we have 100 of them, right? Well, okay, maybe not the Cavaliers, who lost to the Celtics by 40 earlier this week, and then again by more than 20 last night, despite that Boston had left nine of its rotational players back at home. I'm not even sure how that's mathematically possible, so no, I'm not talking about Cleveland in this contenders group, or Charlotte, or Washington, or any of the teams who are selling their fans on this being a rebuilding season. But if you do start rattling off teams who think that they're title ready, the list gets pretty long. The Clippers and Lakers, the Bucks and Sixers, the Rockets, the Jazz, the Nuggets, the Warriors, the Blazers, even the Raptors, who are aware they don't have Kawhi Leonard anymore, but do believe in their experienced, balanced group in the weaker Eastern Conference, and their team president, known for his assets and his G-trained fingers. Of course, not every team that thinks it's in the title contender group truly should be, which leads to the question I wanted to ask today. Where's the actual cutoff for this seemingly massive clot that we have right now? Who is the Team Spain of the NBA this season? Who is the team where, if odds-maker darlings like LA or Philly or Milwaukee, if they fall, who do we think could legit rely on chemistry and candiness, some outsized step-it-up performances to go win the whole thing? Basically, which team is the worst, best contender? The last in of the group that you'd actually put money down on to be holding the Larry O'Brien Trophy in June. It's not as easy in a question as it might seem, and after such an eventful summer, it seems Ricky Rubio, at least, is okay with his new Phoenix Suns team not being part of that discussion. He has bedroom furniture to go build, and besides, he's already pulled off the unexpected for this year. Now it's someone else's turn, and the question is, who? So Kendrick, let's start there. I don't know how many teams you think have a realistic chance of winning the title this season, but then I want to know sort of who's the last person you put your money on of that group.
Okay, so like realistically, you look at the Clippers, the Lakers, the Rockets, those 3 pretty clear-cut, right? And then you go in the East, you look at Milwaukee and Philly, right? So you have that 5. But then I look at Utah. That's my team. That's my dark horse team.
All right.
And the reason being is because they're well coached. It's hard to win in Utah. They have the defensive player of the year, Rudy Gobert, who's arguably top 5 centers in the league. I love the additions of the off-season additions in Jeff Green, Mike Conley, Bogdanovich, Ed Davis. You know, you have those guys. I'm a big fan of Royce O'Neal as a young special talent. And then last but not least, you look at Donovan Mitchell, who
They got everything. They have a good backcourt. They have a good front court. They have a good rim protector. It's just put all that together. They could do it. It's just they're gonna be tough in the West. Everything is loaded over there now, but they ain't nobody really gonna pay attention to them because they got a solid team over there. Like you still got your young star in Mitchell. You still got your rim protector, Rudy Gobert, and you got a good shooter this year. Like, it's going to be a solid team. They are well coached. They put everything together. They have a good team over there. Ain't nobody really going to pay attention to them. They're going to be a sleeper team. They're going to slick their way in and probably shock everybody. Because everybody ain't talking about that. They just talking about the Lakers and the Clippers. And nobody talking about Utah, how they have a good team this year. Like Mike Conley is a good addition, a good complement player for Mitchell, and that backcourt to help him out and just take a lot off of him. He don't have to worry about doing a whole lot. that's the way he could just ease his way to having another good year. Like, they gonna still put the basketball in his hand because it's his team. He the face of that franchise. They have a solid team, a good coach to go along with that team. Everybody gonna talk about them. So they might end up going to a championship. We don't know yet. Because ain't nobody even mentioned nothing about them even going for a championship. Only person that's doing it is Perkins. Ain't nobody else talking about it. Everybody just talking about the Clippers and the Lakers. You don't know how the Clippers, like I said in my last video, you don't know how the Clippers are going to look. You gotta wait to see how Paul George and Kawhi going to look. You see how Anthony Davis and LeBron look. You already know how Portland look with CJ and Damian Lillard. They got a good team. Denver still got a young, good team. Like the Warriors, they still a good team, but they ain't gonna be the same. Just know the West is this deep and much harder, but Utah might be that team that upset everyone picks and end up in the finals. Because they have a solid team.
I think is going to have a great year this year, and it's hard to win in Utah. Utah is deep. They have all the pieces that they need for us. Defensive presence, shooting, point guard position, whatever you need out of them, they have it. So I wouldn't be surprised. They're my sleeper pick to if they was to happen to win the NBA title.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.